You people are very excited, and that puts a lot of pressure on me. And I do not respond well to pressure. So it's great to be back in Charleston. 70 degrees in February. No wonder you people are crazy. It doesn't matter where you go, the weather is out of control all across the country. First it's 90, then it's 30, then it's 80, then it's 20, and my balls can't take it. Big and small, big, small, big, small, big. It's not weather, it's malaria. I don't know what's worse. I don't know if it's the weather or the weatherman. I was in New York a couple years ago when we had a blizzard, and Al Roker, that big fat fuck, for the blizzard, which is an emergency condition, by the way, he came on the air and he predicted that we would get between 6 and 12 inches of snow. We had 36 inches of snow. Giving him the benefit of the doubt, it was 2 feet off. It's not even close. If you were a roofer and you built a roof and it was 2 feet off, you'd still be in prison. A couple years later, Hurricane Andrew hit. And for Hurricane Andrew? Why would we name a Hurricane Andrew? Would the hurricane show up wearing a little cravat and a dickie? Saying, Surrey, Andrew's coming, flee! Hurricane Andrew's coming, he comes on the air, he said the hurricane would hit somewhere between Miami and New England. Why the fuck even open your mouth? Why not just say Hurricane Andrew's coming, back to you? What does the word meteorologist mean in English? It means liar. What is the best job you can have? It's a weatherman in San Diego, California. Oh, you can't beat it. You get a 6-figure income, you're on TV for about 5 minutes. Say, what's the weather going to be about, Lou? Nice. Back to you. I knew the weather was out of control when about 10 years ago I was in Boston. I was in Boston in February. Now normally in Boston in February and all across the country the weather is gray, rainy gray, sleet gray, rain gray, sleet, snow gray. Each day it just gets grayer and grayer. Before you wake up one day and it's the grayest day you've ever seen. The next day you get up, it's even grayer! And usually it's about Valentine's Day, you start looking at your wrist and think, maybe I should slit them to see color. And I was in Boston in February, and then 4 days, I experienced 5 seasons. It was 30, it was 60, it was 90, it was 12! On the last day, there was snow and lightning together. And I hadn't done drugs. Now normally, okay, when you hear light thunder, you have an expectation. And it's not snow with lightning behind it. They don't even write about that kind of weather in the Bible. And I like to think if a prophet had seen that kind of weather after he had to poop out of his pants and he told us about it. Got to a point where I almost snapped. So you can imagine what that was like. So I went to a place to calm down. I went to my health club, the International House of Pancakes. There is no reason to bodybuild in this country. None. That's why God gave us the International House of Pancakes. No matter what your body is, guaranteed you're going in there, there's somebody going to be there who weighs 350 pounds more than you'll ever weigh. Guaranteed it's on the back of the menu, read it sometime. And what I love about that place is they don't give you a cup of coffee. They give you what's called a huddle of coffee. That's this big. Which just makes me feel great. Because I think maybe somebody's coming and I don't know who. So I put in the milk and the sugar and I drank the whole thing and then I said, bring me some fucking pancakes! Ha! That was way too much coffee. And I ate a lot of pancakes. Because there's 6 syrups on the table. And I gotta use every one of them. So I finished my meal and I'm drinking the boysenberry. Well, because I had to take the edge off the coffee. When from behind me, a young woman of 25 uttered the following. It was the dumbest thing I ever heard until Dan Quayle was elected Vice President of the United States. She said, if it weren't for my horse, I wouldn't have spent that year in college. I'm going to repeat that because it bears repeating. She said if it weren't for my horse, as in giddy up, let's go, I wouldn't have spent that year in college, which is a degree-granting institution. The American Medical Association does not know why we get an aneurysm. An aneurysm is when a blood vessel bursts in your brain for no apparent reason. There's a reason. You go to the mall one day with your friends, and someone behind you says the dumbest thing you ever heard. So you turn to your friends to see maybe they heard it too. But they didn't hear it because they're pretending like they're going to buy a cellular phone. But these idiots aren't going to buy a cellular phone because they don't understand what the rate structure means. So you turn back to see maybe who said it. Thinking maybe you could just ask them, hey, what did you mean by that? But they're gone. And now those words are in your head. They won't go away. I know you think you're driving to work, but you're not driving to work. You're just thinking, if it weren't for my horse, if it weren't for my horse. You're having dinner with your family, but you're not having dinner with your family. You're just thinking, how did you get to college on a horse? It just goes over and over again. It's like a Mobius strip in your head. Don't they know you're thinking about it, but your brain's working overtime. 7 days later, they find you dead in your bathtub.